Hello, IGN. My name is Jose Otero, and I'm joined by Brian Altano.
What's up, Jose?
And we are here to talk about the latest trailer for Hyrule Warriors, which is all about Sheik.
Nice. You timed that very well.
Yeah, thanks. I don't even do it on purpose. But as you see, Sheik... So Sheik has only technically been playable in Smash Brothers, I believe. I don't think Sheik has ever been a playable character in a Zelda game before.
Yeah.
More specifically, Hyrule Warriors makes references to a bunch of Zelda games. The world of Ocarina of Time, the world of, let me see here, Skyward Sword, etc.
Yeah.
So I just want to go back a little bit just to point out just some of her moves. So she's carrying around the harp, which, you know, that shouldn't be a new thing. She had a harp in Ocarina of Time. However, this harp looks a lot more like the Skyward Sword one, or the design they used in Skyward Sword for it.
Yeah, so one thing we've noticed here is that there's a direct impact between her harp and her attacks, right?
Yep,
and
that's right.
One of the things you know from Ocarina of Time is obviously the ocarina and all the music that came with it.
That's right.
And here we've kind of figured out that it may look like just crazy sort of random attacks, but every one of Sheik's attacks is matched to a song.
Yes, that's right. So right here, for example, she just played the Nocturne of Shadow. Now, granted, this is a rewind theater. You're not going to be able to hear it over us. So what you might want to do after watching this video, if you want to catch some of these references for yourself, is go over and check out the original trailer.
Yeah.
But just to point it out, right here would be the Nocturne of Shadow, which you'll remember. And you're right. Each of the songs is a reference to a temple from the Ocarina of Time games. Like right here, she just played Song of Storms.
Yeah. So as you can see, even if you can't hear it, there's the sort of the visual cue, right? Like the Shadow one is purple, and now you know the storm one, you have this actual tornado going around her. A lot of them match the sort of colors and themes of the emblems that were associated with those temples to begin with in Ocarina of Time.
Absolutely, yeah, no, for sure. So then next up here...
It's an awesome move, by the way.
Yeah, it is an awesome move. It really shakes up and definitely gets rid of a lot of these enemies.
Really sheiks up.
Sheiks up. I like it. I love this move, but I really have trouble figuring out what this is. So right now, my theory for Sheik as a whole, before we get into a little bit more of this moveset, and I'll just rewind a little bit of this so I could, while I'm explaining, so you're not just staring at a pause screen. My theory is that because these worlds are sort of all colliding, this is the Sheik from Ocarina, clearly, but the Zelda that you saw is the Zelda from maybe Skyward Sword. It just seems to make sense, because then that would also support why both of them are alongside each other at certain points if they have to fight together.
Yeah, sort of.
This is just some crazy crossover example. This is what happens when you make a lot of crossover references, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so right here, Sheik is playing the Serenade of Water, which, if you remember from the infamous Water Temple, is the song to get in.
And then what was that one?
So she didn't play a song there, but it looks like her moves are also tied to sort of elements. So earlier we saw her kind of whip up that quick typhoon. I think here that's just sort of the end of a combo, but she is going to play Bolero of Fire right here, which is pretty rad as well.
So something I'm noticing too, and if this is one of your first time seeing this game, there's tons of really cool kind of Zelda elements all over the place. Like here you have up in the upper right, in the center of the screen at the top, you have those sort of like hookshot switches that you used to see.
Oh wow! Okay,
and on the left you've got pots and stuff like that. So this is not your typical like straightforward Zelda temple-based overworld exploration stuff. But there is a lot of Zelda elements and a lot of Zelda love being put into this. I've been describing this game as sort of this like ultimate Zelda mixtape.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's probably the best way to describe it right now. Yeah. No,
so that was a cool move. So as you can see, that's straight up from like the taken from the Fire Temple, right?
Yep. Yep. And then lastly here we see her play a special Prelude of Light.
Yep.
Which then sets up a special move that I don't think they show. I don't think this is it because it looks like the location changed, but I could be wrong. Let me back up just a little bit to be sure. It might just be the same room, actually.
Now, Hyrule Warriors has tons of playable characters, which is really cool. We saw one of the Gorons was revealed during Comic-Con.
Yeah, Darunia, is playable, and so is the Zora Princess is also.
And there we've got one of the Poes, basically from Ocarina, who's basically an extension of the kind of ghost wizards we've seen since the NES version of Zelda.
Yeah. I don't think and Poes have never fought like this before. Like if you've seen other trailers, they're like shooting out big shadow columns and stuff. It's pretty crazy. Also, really quick here, there is this attack which she does using the daggers that are sort of lining her outfit on her legs. I guess she pulls them out because those have to be why you see these sort of sharp. I wish we could do slow motion here because it's kind of tough. Since we have our
you only got green rupees for that. That's not a very big payload.
Yeah, that isn't a good payoff. No, I agree. But yeah. Yeah, she is using daggers for this attack.
Yep.
So earlier you saw that as well. But very acrobatic, very much in the vein of Smash Brothers, but kind of still its own thing.
Which is really cool, right? Because we've never really gotten to play as her in like a 3D-based game like this before. No. So, you know, you might not be 100% on the, you know, with what Hyrule Warriors is trying to do. But I'm actually like, you know, I went from being sort of, I'm not so sure about this game too. Man, this just looks like a really fun exploration of a lot of the characters and themes in the Zelda universe. Okay. So, and I was, you know, I did reach the point where I realized that you don't have to clear every enemy on the screen. That's not really how this goes.
Yeah, that's not how it works. There are objectives happening, and you're trying to help the battle and the campaign sort of work out. All right, cool. So
Sheik,
pretty rad. Yeah, could be. And this is an import trailer, so that's why you see Zelda Muso is the title. Here it comes out over there in August 14th for those who are interested. They've got some really weird pre-order bonuses. We've talked about these before. In the States, this game comes out on the 26th of September.
Do we get an alarm clock with 8:88 o'clock on it?
I don't know. Maybe we can ask for it. I don't think Nintendo's bringing any of these over. That
really?
chest you would probably love, and that scarf is totally you, Altano.
I don't know about the scarf, but I'll take everything else.
I can see it. All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And, whoa, that's right. Probably a downloadable pack for, looks like the Ocarina outfits. So that's cool. So far they have a Twilight Princess variant, a Skyward Sword variant for the outfits that are all in this game, as well as Ocarina of Time.
Jose, where's my Wind Waker link?
I don't know, man.
All right, someday.
But anyway, these are so far confirmed for Japan. They'll probably make their way here, but we'll see as Nintendo clears this up.
Awesome.
And for more Hyrule Warriors coverage, make sure you keep it right here at IGN.
On GameCity.ne. No, just go to IGN.
Go to IGN.